order, January 5th, 2009. Call roll, please.
Stevens.
Here.
Sims.
Here.
Harrod. Peterson.
Here.
Collier.
Here.
Holt.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. The invocation tonight will be given by Reverend Leroy Curbo, and followed by the flag salute. All who wish to, please rise.
Our God, we thank you that we can come to you today. We thank you for your blessings. And we thank you, Lord, that we have you that we can always depend upon. Lord, I realize that in the past we've had some difficult times, but Lord, I know that you have helped us, and God, that you have brought us through them. And Lord, as we begin this brand new year, I'm praying, Father, that you would give each one the directions that is needed for our city. And Lord, that you would bless those, Lord, that are working hard at it. I'm asking you, Father, that you would be with every commissioner. And Lord, that you will help them and strengthen them in the things that they're doing to make this a better city to live in. And Lord, I thank you today because of the life that you have given to us and America that you have given to us to live in. And we give you all praise now in the lovely name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Attention, position, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Reverend Curbo. Okay, item number 1. Approved minutes from the December 15th, 2008 and December 18th, 2008 meetings.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Holt.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collier. Any discussions? Call roll, please.
Holt.
Aye.
Collier.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Sims.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Item number 2, swearing in of John Winteringer, Ward 5 Commissioner by Municipal Judge Robert Jones.
He told me to look this way.
Yeah.
I get to face you.
Oh. They probably want your picture.
I'll go around. You stay here.
Yeah.
I'll be happy
It's
to go
awkward.
around.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait.
That way you get your picture taken right now.
Raise your right hand. Repeat after me.
I,
Your name,
John Winteringer,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support,
that I will support,
obey, and defend
obey, and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma,
and the Constitution of the State of Oklahoma,
and that I will not
and that I will not
knowingly receive,
directly or indirectly,
any money
or
or other valuable thing
any valuable things
for the performance
for the performance
or non-performance
of
any act
act
or duty
or duty
pertaining to my office
other than
the compensation
allowed by law.
I further swear that I will faithfully discharge
my duties
as Commissioner of the City of Shawnee, Oklahoma,
as the Commissioner of the City of Shawnee, Oklahoma,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And get ready. That's right. Okay, item number 3, consider approval of agenda.
I'd like to move a couple items on the agenda.
Okay,
I'd like to move number 11 to number 7.
Okay.
And on item number 10, I'd like to defer that or take it up at our next commission meeting. That would be January 20th.
Can we make that as part of the motion right now, John, to defer that item?
Two separate motions, we can do it right now. Just one
Okay.
after the other.
Okay,
Approve the change in the agenda and approve the appointment.
okay. So does anybody else have any other changes they'd like to make? We have
Second Carl's.
Okay, so we have a motion at this time to move item number 11 to between 6 and 7. And that's
Correct.
the only motion on the floor right now.
Correct.
All right?
One on 13 also.
Item number 12.
Then we'll have item 13,
Okay.
13,
will be the action on item
the action item. So actually, we'll move 11 and 13 to between 6 and 7.
Correct.
Okay, and your second is also amended, Commissioner Sims?
Yes.
Okay, any other discussion? Call roll, please.
Holt,
Aye.
Sims,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Collier,
Aye.
Winteringer,
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much. Now, we have a motion,
I'd like to make a motion that we move item number 12 and
10. I know. 10 and 12.
10 and 12 to January 20th.
I would second that motion
Okay.
as well.
Should we go ahead and move it to the first meeting that we may have a city manager at? Is this something that maybe the city manager
Yes.
needs to be
Let's do
involved
that.
in?
We'll have a discussion on that water treatment case because we have mediation set on the 28th of January.
Okay. Okay.
So if you just want to move the whole thing, that's fine. So we will have to have one on at least that one, on that one case on the next meeting.
Then, not knowing where we're going to end up on items 11 and 13, why don't we defer, have the motion to defer 10 and 12 to January 20th, and then we'll
Correct.
handle it on the 20th,
Correct.
which one we need to talk about. How about that then? Perfect. Okay? So a motion by Commissioner Holt and a second by Commissioner Sims. Call roll, please.
Holt,
Aye.
Sims,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Collier,
Aye.
Winteringer,
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay. So keep me in line here. All right, item number 4, consider approval of consent agenda.
Mayor, I'd like to pull item A,
4A, okay.
yes, the consent agenda. I'm asking that it be deferred to one additional meeting, January 20th meeting, in order to have a resolution that kind of states some of the ownership issues with the farm.
Okay.
Things like that.
Yeah, the information in our packet said that we would have one, and we don't right now, so,
Right.
okay.
And the resolution
Okay.
will be at the next meeting, and we will be presenting the resolution at that time as well.
Okay. Any other changes or anything to pull? Okay, so can I have a motion to, had to be a separate motion? A motion to defer item, well, let's accept it first. Let's
Move to approve the consent agenda.
minus 4A.
Minus, yeah.
Okay, a motion by Commissioner Sims,
Second.
a second by Commissioner Collier. Call roll, please.
Sims,
Aye.
Collier,
Aye.
Winteringer,
Aye.
Holt,
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Motion carries. Now can I have a motion to defer item A to the January 20th meeting?
So moved.
A motion by Commissioner Holt,
Second.
second by Commissioner Collier. Call roll, please.
Holt,
Aye.
Collier.
Aye.
Winteringer.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Sims.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Thank you. Item number 3, that's not, okay, how about item number 5? Okay, did I just read all that wrong? 3.
3.
1, 2, 3, 4. The item that says citizens participation. How about that? Do we have anybody who wants to make a comment to us, wants to participate? Okay. So we will now move to our other item 4 that says consider resolution of appreciation to Vonna Ham for 27 years of service to the city of Shawnee. Have a motion to approve the resolution.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Collier. Second by Vice Mayor Stevens. Call roll, please.
Collier.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Sims.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Winteringer.
Aye.
Pope.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Thank you. Mayor's presentation and proclamation. The first one is a resolution to Vonna Ham, and then the second is a proclamation. I guess they're both down here, aren't they? Is Vonna here? Back in the back. Yes. Come on up. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good. 2 weeks off, probably? Yes. Okay. Okay. Let me read this. This is kind of awkward up here, but this is for you. It says a resolution expressing appreciation to Vonna Ham for over 27 years of loyal service to the city of Shawnee, Oklahoma, directing that said resolution be spread upon the official records of the city of Shawnee, Oklahoma, and authorizing a copy be presented to Vonna Ham. Whereas March 2nd, 1981 was a significant day in the city of Shawnee for the reason that Vonna Ham commenced her employment with the city as a Shawnee Police Department dispatcher. During her career, Vonna worked as a dispatcher and as a dispatch supervisor beginning on August 27, 2000. Vonna Ham has elected to retire effective December 19, 2008. Whereas Vonna has demonstrated her ability to meet the challenges given to her with dedication and loyalty throughout the years, and whereas it is both fitting and proper for the city of Shawnee to recognize Vonna Ham for her many contributions to the city. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the city of Shawnee, Oklahoma, that they hereby express to Vonna Ham their appreciation for her many years of service to the city and its inhabitants. Be it further resolved that this resolution be spread upon the official records of the city of Shawnee, Oklahoma, and that a copy hereof be presented to Vonna with best wishes for many future years of happiness. Passed and approved this 5th day of January 2009. Congratulations. Thank you. You don't want to speak? No. Oh, let her hold it? Go. Okay. Got it. Congratulations. Sorry, I didn't read it before we voted. Okay. Proclamation. Are you receiving yours? Okay. This is a lot. A proclamation. On behalf of the citizens of Shawnee, Oklahoma, I, Mayor Linda Peterson, do hereby proclaim January 13, 2009 as Crystal Darkness Campaign Day, Death to Meth. Whereas meth has destroyed the lives of many Oklahomans, and the Crystal Darkness Campaign, co-chaired by First Lady Kim Henry and Burbridge Foundation President Wes Lane, opens up a new front in the war against meth addiction. The Crystal Darkness Campaign is a unique collaboration between the local media, faith-based groups, schools, law enforcement, government, recovery specialists, and the business community. Oklahomas are uniting together to address this challenge through a 30-minute documentary, Crystal Darkness, which will air statewide on all local media stations at 6:30 on January 13, 2009. It is aimed at increasing meth awareness, as well as providing treatment and law enforcement assistance to communities, large and small, across Oklahoma. This documentary will feature gripping testimonials that graphically portray the devastating impact meth has on families and communities across our state. And whereas methamphetamine is the principal drug of choice in Oklahoma and the biggest drug menace facing our state. A recent survey shows Oklahoma high school seniors are more likely to try methamphetamine than their peers nationwide. Many of them will do so thinking that they will try it only once, but the addiction will be for a lifetime. Meth addiction does not discriminate and can affect anyone no matter what his or her age, gender, race, or social status. And whereas meth has affected us all whether we know it or not, and a better educated citizenry will only be a benefit as we confront this continuing challenge. Please join us Tuesday, January 13th, 2009 at 6:30 p.m. at the Ritz Theater for the Crystal Darkness documentary public watch event as we take the fight against meth in Shawnee to the next level. Now therefore, I, Linda Peterson, Mayor of the City of Shawnee, Oklahoma, by the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim January 13th, 2009 as Crystal Darkness Campaign Day, Death to Meth, in the city of Shawnee, Oklahoma, dated this 5th day of January, 2009.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Want to tell us about all this?
We're putting together a community watch party January 13th at 6:30 at the Ritz Theater on Main Street. We'll watch the statewide televised presentation, and then we'll have a discussion panel there. It's open to all the public. Myself will be there. We'll have a panel of judges, district attorneys, state legislatures will be there for questions and information on the subject and ways that we can work together to help rid our society of this problem. So I look forward to seeing you all there, and thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item number 6, presentation by Mr. Jim Waters with the Department of Commerce, Oklahoma Main Street Program to the City of Shawnee. Down there again. Hello.
It's a pleasure to be here. This is one of the more fun things that I do is to acknowledge the progress of the Main Street program and the recent milestone that downtown Shawnee Main Street has achieved, being specifically $25 million in private reinvestment. And there's another $4 million in public improvements. But we recognize private reinvestment, the first million, the fifth million, and then ever five that's accomplished. So you guys have worked hard, and progress is apparent. So I'd like to present this plaque to the city, and in case nobody has said it lately, we appreciate your help, and we thank you for it.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right.
Is this just a recent milestone? Is that why is it like during the year?
This,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Well, you crossed that like in May or June, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we also need to thank, I guess, the business owners and the property owners that have made this kind of investment in our community, because this is how we've gotten here. Yeah, it's incredible.
And there'll be another presentation made to the Main Street Board.
Perfect.
So they'll get recognition.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
A pleasure.
Thanks, Rhonda. Okay. Item number 11. Consideration and possible action to enter into executive session to discuss employment of city manager pursuant to 25 OS Section 307B1 on recommendation of council.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Sims.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collier. Any discussion? Call roll, please.
Sims.
Aye.
Collier.
Aye.
Winteringer.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Thank you. We will, go downstairs? So, yeah, yeah. Oh, that, just go along with the flow. Yeah. Right here? Okay. Item number 13. Consideration and possible action on items discussed in executive session regarding employment of city manager pursuant to 25 OS Section 307B1 on recommendation of council. So, John, can you present to us the contract
This be a proposed
that,
contract.
with the proposed amendments or whatever your discussions have been?
Okay. This, as on your executive session in the last meeting in December, you had me negotiate a contract with Mr. McDougal for the position of city manager of the city of Shawnee, and every day since that time we've been doing that, going back and forth. I understood some of the parameters from the previous employment contracts that we've had with city managers. Also was aware of what your balance was, or what your ceiling was as far as salaries and things like that for these positions. And ultimately, the contract that presenting to you all this evening, which of course there's been discussion on in executive session, there were 8 topics of discussion, main topics of discussion between myself and Mr. McDougal concerning the position. First and foremost, among those topics of discussion, first off, the salary is $105,000 a year. That was never a bone of contention between the parties. That was well within the city's budget for that position, and Mr. McDougal has never asked for more than that after that offer was made to him. The second item, and that of which was probably of the most interest, of course, was the termination and severance provisions in the contract. As any employee would tell you in an employment contract, that's always going to be the thing they look at the most. As we all know, city manager serves at the pleasure of the 7 Board of City Commissioners, and 4-3 vote, and you could be out of a job. So that leads to a major concern at times. In talking with Mr. McDougal and going back and forth in these, what we ultimately did was look at what we've had in the past with our city managers, make some changes to it to basically reward, in effect, a little bit of longevity, and then also place some provisions in the contract to allow, if there's a problem with the city manager, to allow a period of time for these concerns of the commission to be addressed, and if they are addressed, then the commission will let the manager know that, and if not, at that point the commission may choose to terminate the manager. In this particular instance, what we've decided to put in the contract is provision that if the commission has determined that there is concerns that could lead to termination of the city manager, that they will hold at one of our meetings here, or at a special commission meeting, will express these concerns to the manager, and he'll have 90 days to address them, make progress in that regard. And if at the end of the 90 days the city will have another meeting, and at that time you might congratulate the manager on a great job and great progress he's made, or you may choose to terminate, whatever you prefer to do. But that way he has 90 days to address these concerns and possibly stave off termination. If termination is the goal, not the goal, but the result of the city commission meeting at the end of the 90 days, the severance package will read as follows. In the past, it's always been, once the city manager has been hired, the 6 months salary and benefits kick in on the date that he signs the contract. In this regard, Mr. McDougall will receive 3 months of severance package, which would be his base salary plus the medical benefits that are tied up in that at the end of 6 months employment with the city. If at the end of the following 12 months he is still employed by the city, he will get the second 3 months. That means that in order to get the 6 months, he has to be employed for a minimum of 18 months by the city. That sets a goal for him. It also allows the city commission to sit there and to have some flexibility if things just don't work out from day one, which I seriously doubt that would happen. But at least it's there, and that's one of the changes we've had from previous city manager contracts. The next item that we've dealt with was we've always had in the past that if a city manager was to leave on his own volition, in other words, found a better job or whatever reason, we've always required 60 days notice. This day and age, of course, those type of jobs open up. They usually don't stay open that long. So we've changed that to 30 days at his request. And I'll leave, again, that for your decision here tonight when you vote here in public. The next item was under the salary and fringe benefits section of the contract. Previously, we had a $700 a month car allowance. We've reduced that to $500 a month, but we put a provision in there that this could be periodically increased by the cost of living adjustment that's set by the Oklahoma Department of Labor in relation to car allowances. So therefore, yes, it's much lower than what we've had in the past, but it goes up progressively without commission action, assuming that nothing amends the employment contract. Also, we've provided that if the city manager must use his vehicle for business purposes and it's beyond a 50-mile radius from the city of Shawnee, then he'll be paid mileage for whatever the distance is beyond the 50 miles. The 50 miles, of course, includes Norman and includes Oklahoma City. Does not include the Sardis area, Tulsa area, or the Stillwater area, which are other places that he may have to go on business trips. But the vast majority of the manager's trips are to Oklahoma City. He asked for that, and I didn't see there was a big problem with that in the long run. Usually when they go beyond that, they're usually going to fly anyway. He asked, he has his own cell phone, and he asked, rather than be on the city's phone system, he wanted a phone allowance. I told him no, and that was the end of that discussion. That he wasn't about to fight me over that one. We have a package system with AT&T, and I didn't want to have that jeopardized. So he'll be on the city phone just like everybody else. If you remember during his interview, he asked at that time, he actually told us that he was teaching periodically part-time at a local college. Well, we have 2 colleges here in Shawnee, and he was interested in what if they offered him a position as an adjunct or some other type of temporary position that he could do on evenings or weekends. And our contract, of course, prohibits that. We put in there, it's a city manager is a 24/7 position, and that's the only position you're going to hold. I talked to some of the staff about that, but my basic feelings on that, and I haven't changed, was that he's coming to a much bigger city to do, and it's going to be some strange problems he's going to deal with he hasn't ever dealt with before. It's going to be very time consuming. It's a different part of the country for him. So basically I told him on my own, no, at least not in the initial term of the contract. And if he wishes to have that changed, of course, he can come before the commission when we renew the contract and ask if that'll be changed. But as of right now, the answer to that would be no, and he had agreed to that. He understood that. And the final provision that we were dealing with that relates to numbers was moving expenses. In the past, as you recall, we paid up to $15,000 for moving expenses. We had originally tendered an offer to him of $5,000. He had some questions about whether or not he could move cross country from a 3-bedroom house for $5,000. I moved that up to $7,500, and he said he was comfortable with that. So that's half of what we had offered to previous city managers. So with those terms of the contract, and of course I'm going to have to make some changes and adjustments after the discussions and with him, and then however your vote might turn out tonight. That's the contract that he has said that, assuming it's approved, that he has accepted your offer to be city manager of the city of Shawnee to commence on February the 1st of this year. Any questions?
First, you explained to him on a cell phone, he can still keep his old phone, is that correct?
Yes, he understands that. He just, but you know, he's going to have to keep track of that. If he accidentally decides to make a personal call on the city's phone, you'll have to reimburse him. So, and that's my understanding. What everybody does, feels they have their personal phones, but they have the city phone too. Questions?
Anything? Any discussion? Are we ready for a motion?
I move we approve the contract as presented and with the provisions the city attorney has highlighted tonight with Brian McDougal to be our next city manager effective February 1st.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Sims and a second by Commissioner Holt. I have one thing to make a comment about. Can we have some language in there that says that this contract can be amended at any time by agreement of both parties?
That's standard language. I just forgot to
Okay.
put it in there on the draft. It is standard
Okay.
language. It'll be
Okay, so that'll be in there. Okay. So we have a motion and a second. Do we have any other discussion? Call roll, please.
Sims,
Aye.
Holt,
Aye.
Stevens,
Aye.
Harrod,
Aye.
Peterson,
Aye.
Collier,
Aye.
Winteringer. Aye. Motion carries.
Motion carries. Thank you very much. Now, before we go to the next item, is somebody going to call, will you call him
yes, ma'am.
to extend this offer so that we'll know where we stand with this?
I'll call him this evening.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. All right. We are now at new business. None. Okay. Number 8, consider bids. A, remodel Shawnee Public Library Storytime Room and Children's Restroom.
All right. We had $35,000 for this project in this year's budget. We went out for bids. Received one bid back from Bowie Brothers Construction for $37,860, which is over our budgeted amount. So at this point, staff would recommend to reject the one bid that we got. And to tell you what we're doing on this, we have divided this up into like 4 different little projects, and have been asking contractors to bid on that, and then we'll put that together. It seems to me with the bid that I received today that it's pretty optimistic that we're going to come in way below the $3,500. I think so. Just by us being the contractor.
So your recommendation is to reject the bids?
Yes.
Yep.
Of course, material and everything else has started down, copper and everything else, so. Might put it off 40 more days, it might make a lot of difference too.
Can't do that, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is set up for February 1st to the 21st. We have the library shut down, so.
Yeah, okay.
Does this affect their operation? I mean, I know they're closing on the 1st.
No, we should have everything in and set up for it all to go on as we have planned. It's just going to be that instead of hiring a contractor and them doing all the work, that we'll have a separate contractor for plumbing, separate one for electric, separate one for construction. So.
And you'll just manage it in-house. So moved.
Okay. A motion to deny the bid by Commissioner Sims.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collier. Any other discussion? Call roll, please.
Sims,
Aye.
Collier.
Aye.
Winteringer.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Harrod.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Motion
Motion carries. Thank you. Item 8B, supply and install carpet in main public area of the Shawnee Public Library.
Okay. We had $60,000 budgeted in this account. We had one bid returned on this one also, which came to $58,988. I had to add alternates in there that we could choose from at a later date when we see how things are going on this. It was left out in the storage area that we're building. There was no carpet designated or tile, and I put in there for a separate bid on tile and a separate bid for carpet, or we could just leave it concrete floor for the time being. And being that we only had one bid received, we worked with this contractor the last time that we retiled the community rooms and the lobby area, and they're real good to work with. They've come back every time. Well, actually, the 2 times that I've called them and fixed everything that we had. No complaints out of them, so staff would recommend to go ahead and award the bid to Florco.
Okay.
So moved. Accept the staff's recommendation.
Motion by Commissioner Harrod and a second by Commissioner Sims. Any other discussion? Call roll, please.
Harrod.
Aye.
Sims.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Collier.
Aye.
Mayor Rare.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Thank you. Administrative reports.
Just to give you an update where we are on the municipal pool.
Okay.
We haven't heard about this in a while. The drawings for the project, actually the projects are, I'll go over that, is we have to comply with a new state law, the Virginia Graham-Baker law, that deals with the main drains in the bottom of the pool. And the other project is redoing all of the mechanicals in the basement. So these 2 projects will be bid out together, and WTI Water Technologies is 90% complete on the drawings, and I am right now hashing out over the bid documents, which will be returned to her the middle of this week. And just to let you know that more than likely the next meeting I will be asking to go out for bid on this project.
Okay, so the 2 items that we'll be talking about will be main drains and mechanical improvements in the basement.
New mechanicals in the basement.
New mechanicals in the basement.
When you
And
say-
will this allow, should you stay on schedule, will you bring this back to us soon? Will we be able to get the work done and have the pool open this summer?
Yes, the way we've set up our timeline, we should be able to get this done and open, yes, on time.
Okay. And will these 2 items take up the majority of the funds that we have allocated this year?
I don't anticipate a whole lot being left over.
Okay.
The $200,000 that we had in there to pay WTI for their engineering and for the project itself will take up the majority of the $200,000.
Think it pay us to wait maybe 20 or 30 days to see if there's going to be any kind of funds available for Parks and Recreation or something like that from the federal to the state. Talking about a lot of infrastructure money. So I just trying to figure out if we had already had the drawings done and everything else, if we'd been in a good position to take a look at, and see what's coming in.
The problem we have with waiting is, the pool opens up Memorial Weekend every year. If this project isn't done, even if we were only doing the main drains in the bottom of the pool, we could not open without doing that.
What did the engineers give you a timeline?
Right now, we're sitting at 2 months left to do the construction.
And also, surely the drawings are coordinated so that these improvements can be made not just to open the pool this summer, but also can be improvements that can be made toward whatever we decide to do renovation-wise in the future to this pool.
Right. These are permanent improvements that no matter what we decide to do to the pool will not change.
Okay.
And that is
Besides
one of the
shut
big
it
things
down,
we
which is
want
not
to
our
do.
decision. Right. Okay.
So when did you say you'd have the documents to take bids?
We should be bringing this in front of y'all the next commission meeting to go out for bid.
but we won't accept it before you're back, so.
Well, I was just thinking if some funds became available in the next 30 to 45 days, then we, might be in a position to delay those, accepting them until we can find out. We'll just have to wait and see.
Okay. That it? Thank you. Have another
If
one?
we did get some funds, it might be an incentive for somebody to work overtime and to get it done.
Get it done,
Right.
yeah. But we'll
One
always
other-
accept additional
Yeah,
funds.
one other comment we might, is the contract documents when they're developed, we'll make sure they have a penalty clause. We might also look at a clause if they complete it ahead of time, if we wanted to. Provide an incentive.
We can do that. There is a part in there for that. As far as rewarding them for doing that, we'll have to, I don't know how much money's going to be left out of it to do it.
Okay.
So,
But we're not slowing you down any by inaction.
I'm not asking anything
Okay.
tonight, so no.
All right, I just wanted to be sure.
No.
I wanted to give you an update on the status of our audit report. If you look at this piece of paper, it's the letter that I drafted to the state auditors and inspectors office today, saying that we will submit our audit report for the year ended June 30, 2008 to them by no later than February 15th, 2009. This delay is because of scheduling difficulties beyond the city's control. We had our books ready to be reviewed October 1st, and the accounting firm we had to draft our financial statements weren't able to come out then. And there's been other issues that came up, so that's been very stressful on my staff and me, but we are making headway. This sheet will give you just an idea. The first paragraph just states what I said in this letter, and then I reviewed some of the past records of when we got our June 30, 2007 audit report into the state auditor. Nothing to brag about, but I guess the bright thing is that we're doing much better this year. Even though we didn't get it in by December 31st, we're making headway. The auditors and Crawford are talking today to talk about some issues that I had brought up October 1st. And so 3 months later now they're getting to talk about those. Technical issues, if you want me to talk about them, I can, but it's pretty boring. And then I have a little page and a half of what we're doing to make things go better till the end of this project and next year's project. So if you read that and you have any questions, ask me now or email me. I'll be glad to answer your questions.
I would want that boring information, but I think everybody wants to go see the football game.
Yeah. You can come by my office and I'll
Okay.
bore you tomorrow.
Thank you.
I just want to say, I personally appreciate all the work you've done, because I think we are ahead of where we've been in the past. And I know that when you came in, things were in a shambles, and with the changes and stuff, I think your department's done a great job. And I think that needs to be noted. Some of you all that weren't here in the past, it's much better. And she's worked really hard.
I haven't worked any overtime on this one to speak of, some weekends, but the previous year, I put in like 300 hours of overtime. Worked myself to exhaustion, so things are much better.
Good. Thank you.
Also, does the city commission have to approve the audit before you send it to the state auditor's office?
Actually, what the auditor told me last year was we just have to present it to you.
Okay, that's right, it's just a
Not like you
presentation.
accept it or approve it.
Yeah.
We present it to you.
Okay. So we should expect that, our first meeting probably in February.
She said February the 2nd to deliver the report, so,
Okay.
if I
We'll see. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, okay, all right. Just so that we understand our schedule too. Yep. Okay. Okay. Pictures? Yeah.
This is just a quick, short report on our we call our red, white, and blue celebration. It's the fireworks and entertainment show the city puts on out at the expo. Our records indicate what's wrong that we have put this on like the past 17 years. I couldn't find any records previously, but the past 17 years we have done the fireworks and entertainment. Just want to give you a brief update on last year's expenditures and stuff. We there on the front page, the best estimate that we came up with was that the total cost of the fireworks and show came out to be $24,711.16. That includes everything we could come up with. It includes, there is a disclaimer kind of thing, it includes overtime just for the Streets and Parks Department employees that were involved that day on 4th of July. It didn't include the overtime costs for the police officers that were out there and the fire department employees that were out there. Also doesn't include the cost of our time to put the show on. My assistant, Lisa Lazion, spends about probably 10-15% of her time coordinating all this, putting it on, ranging for entertainment and lighting, music, equipment. I mean, it's a pretty big, it's quite involved. But we did raise some money from donations. Let me get, if I have that number here. Last year we raised $3,625 from donation sponsors, and we send letters out to businesses, and then they'll respond back with the $250 check. That's deposited into an account in the 706 account for this project. Also, the other income is we apply to a grant, Oklahoma Arts Council grant, and we usually get that, and it's about $2,500 also. So of the $24,000 and $711 listed there, about $6,100 is generated other than taxpayer money, so to speak. On the second page is where we take where we have budgeted this project, and this is for the commission that weren't involved in the budget process, but for lack of better, the street department has been tasked with putting this thing on. So in order to put it on, we have to budget money somewhere, and we budget it in the operating budget of the street department under other contractual services, and that's where we budgeted $30,000 for this year. I just wanted to let the commission know that there is an expense to this project, and we do budget it, and the only place we budget it, and since streets is tasked with it, is in the street department. It doesn't come out of the street funds, and the money budgeted doesn't impact or take away from anything we're doing currently with the street projects. So
This isn't capital.
well, no, it's not capital. It's
This
an operating.
is
It's an operating budget.
operating.
It's in
That's right.
operations. So I just wanted to let the commission know that there is a cost to it. We do take it out of the street operating budget. It doesn't impact street operating budget because we budgeted for it. We put money in there specifically for fireworks and entertainment. But I just wanted to let you know, because we're getting close to having to make commitments by the end of this month, get things started, get tax lined up and stuff. And if there's any heartburn about spending this amount of money on it, then we need to probably put an item on for the next city commission agenda and give us some direction. But right now, that's where we funded the project. That's where the city funded it, and that's where we're proceeding with taking the money out of it. So just wanted to let the new commissioners informed about it. That's it. Okay. Any
Okay.
questions?
So if there's heartburn from the staff's perspective, will there be an agenda item next time?
No. Well, we were.
I just
we
want
were-
to ask, right?
Well, we were kind of always wondering why it's South Street, got in the streets and engineering department, but, you know,
We know who it follows.
we would be reluctant to give it up if somebody else wanted to volunteer to take it on.
You do such a good job.
Oh, yeah, right. Actually, I'm not that involved in it. It's my assistant that does most of the work before Lisa came on board. Brandy Parsons did a big portion of it last 4 years. So. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
They was talking for you.
Yeah. Okay, any other administrative reports? Okay. Item number 14, commissioners' comments.
Happy New Year. Welcome, John.
That's right.
Publicly, I would apologize for John for being late, but in the attic of a house, and I didn't realize it was late until I got out, got my pickup, and saw what time it was. So I apologize. I'll try to keep that from happening again. I'm sorry.
We're glad you still made the effort to come, though.
Yeah.
That's right. I have one announcement, and that is an upcoming event, Martin Luther King celebration on January 18th at 3 o'clock. That's a Sunday at Galilee Baptist Church, and the theme is Living the Dream, and so far Pastor Mike Harris will be there for sure also to speak. So I wanted to pass that along, put it on your calendars, because that will be before our next meeting. So that's Sunday, January 18th at 3 o'clock at Galilee Baptist Church.
What would it take to get Beard and Market, since the school's not up there, to get them changed to not one-way streets? Does that have to come before the street commission or traffic commission? Since the school, Wilson School's not there, we still got all the school signs up, and one-way signs, and everything else. Huh? Yeah. Up to, I think it's just the federal, isn't it? That it's one way.
Yes. Yeah.
But if we could get those two-way streets, you can have it. I don't know whether the school object or not, but I don't know why they would now since the school's closed. They might want to check something out. Check with Mr. Bradford and see. Yeah. The police would like that. They could quit chasing people up Market Street or down Market Street or whatever else. Or Highland and Market.
Anything else? I did get a copy of this, the Crystal Darkness documentary that's going to be, and you have a copy of this so that you have the details and put it in your box too. But again, that's Tuesday, January 13th, 6:30 at the Ritz Theater after our proclamation that we had tonight. Okay. Do you have another item? No. Okay, item number 15, adjourn.
So moved.
Okay, motion by Commissioner Harrod.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Collier. Call roll, please.
Harrod.
Aye.
Collier.
Aye.
Winteringer.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Sims.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Motion carries. Thank you. We will now open the Shawnee Municipal Authority, January 15th. We've call it to order. We have a quorum. Consider approval of consent agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Collier, second by Commissioner Harrod. Call roll, please.
Collier.
Aye.
Harrod.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Winteringer.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Sims.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Administrative reports. New business. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
So moved by Commissioner Holt and second by Commissioner Harrod. Call roll, please.
Holt.
Aye.
Harrod.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Collier.
Aye.
Winteringer.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Sims.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you. We will now call to order the Shawnee Airport Authority, January 5th meeting. We have a quorum. Item number 3, consider approval of consent agenda.
So moved.
A motion by Commissioner Collier, second by Commissioner Harrod. Call roll, please.
Collier.
Aye.
Harrod.
Aye.
Peterson.
Aye.
Winteringer.
Aye.
Holt.
Aye.
Stevens.
Aye.
Sims.
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Administrative reports? New business? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Holt,
Second.
second by Commissioner Collier. Call roll, please.
Aye.
Not gonna do anything.
Say aye.
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 Aye. Motion carries. We are adjourned.
Just sitting there enjoying it.
I'm just letting everybody else make motions.